Hey, what's up, family? It's Coach Josh, and in this video, we're going to talk about 10 signs that she is marriage material. But before we get into point number one, go ahead and download the worksheet to this video because I'm going to have a lot of questions to help you ladies to examine if you're marriage material. But fellas, most importantly, show you so that you can be able to examine and see if this young woman in your life is marriage material. But before we get into point number one, go ahead and like this video, share it, comment, let me know what you're getting out of it. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead because I would love to be a coach here online. Let's get right into point number one. Number one point is this: she correctly loves God more than anything, including you, and has core biblical value. Now, what I mean by that there was a lot of words there. But she correctly loves God. Now, what does that mean? Some people love God too much. Some women love God so much that they expect perfection out of their man. They want to basically marry Jesus. So the issue is with a lot of people's love for God is that they are allowing their love for God to only fill their voids, but never really cause them to be the person they need to be as far as whole. So in order for a woman to love God correctly, she has to understand that she's a daughter of God. Because if she doesn't understand what it means to be God's daughter, she won't know what it will be like to be your wife. So she cannot be a person that's looking for perfection, but she has allowing the perfecting work of God to perfect things in her so that she can be positioned as a stable wife to you. So she has to love God correctly. She has to make sure she put her love with God in perspective so that she won't put unnecessary perfect conditions on top of you or expectations on you. Also, she loves God more than you. That's important. One thing that I love about my wife is she loves God more than me. I don't have to worry about being God to her because she knows God is her source. She loves God more than me, meaning that there's nothing in me, if my flesh gets in the way, that can pull her away from her biblical core values. Also, fellas and ladies, you got to make sure that you have biblical core values. That's what's going to make you marriage material. Because the only way you can be marriage material is if you're allowed to be made by the one that created or made marriage. In order to be marriage material, you have to be made by the one that actually made marriage, because he's the only one that knows how to ensure that you are made of the right stuff. The second sign that she is marriage material, she knows what she wants in life and is already established. You don't want a woman that doesn't know what she wants, that she is not already established. Ladies, you got to make sure that you are a woman that is already established. And fellas, that what makes her marriage material. She's already established. She knows her purpose. She knows who she is, and what she is here to do. That's what makes her beautiful. Because she's established by God, settled in God. She understands things from a place of faith and trust in the Lord so that she can be able to be led by you because she knows that you trust in the Lord. She knows what she wants in life and is already established. And fellas, that woman is going to be very intimidating to you if you're not established. So you got to make sure that you're established and that she's established so that y'all can actually establish something of eternal value. The third sign that she is marriage material, she has home building skills. Number three, she has home building skills. I always say this: a man gives a woman a house, a woman gives that man back a home. Man gives a woman sperm, that woman gives that man back a child. Let's get back to the house. Like when a man gives a woman a house, that woman got to give him a home, a peaceful home for his dome to rest, right? So do you have home building skills? Does she have home building skills? Home building skills is, and both people got to have home building skills, but you see what I'm saying? But a woman is called to the home, not necessarily a home that she can't have business, stuff like that, but that's a natural joy of a woman, is to make sure that her home is solid. Right? So home building skills, like she creates the peaceful climate in the home, that she's skilled in cookery and skilled in cooking, or skilled in laundry, skilled in all these different things that sustains a home, and the man too. Because there's gonna be times where the man has to help the wife, but she's ready to build a home. Number four, she communicates well and is a good encourager. You want a woman with good words, fellas. You want a woman that communicates well. Communicates her concerns, doesn't get so caught up in the world's way of making you read in between lines. She communicates how she feels. Right? See, she's a good communicator, and she knows how to communicate her concerns with the spicy chicken sandwich. She knows how to compliment, critique, and compliment. She knows how to communicate well, and this is for men too, ladies, so don't understand where I'm coming from. But she's good at communicating, and she's a great encourager. A man needs an encourager. A man needs, sometimes it's going to be because it's tough being a man. It's tough being a man. And he needs a woman that builds him up, not tears him down. Number 5, she's healed and whole from her past wounds. Signs that she's marriage material, she's healed and whole. She's healed. Tyrone ain't in her heart no more. Rashad ain't in her heart no more. Tom ain't in her heart no more. She's healed. She's healed from all daddy issues, mama issues. And you too, fellas. Like, you got to make sure that you're healed and whole, or y'all not going to be able to hold what is your particular roles in the home. But she's healed and whole. She, from all past wounds, she's already been on a surgery table, and God has already removed all the stuff out of the womb and tied it all back. The only thing that's left on her are scars, but not wounds. That's why God, even when he opened his hands, he left the scars. Those were not wounds. Those were scars as remembrance of God's healing. So let God heal you both, so that you guys can hold each other, because scars let you know that there was once a wound there, but I'm healed there. When you look at a woman, ask her to show you her scars. We're not talking about physically, because that's too soon for marriage, but you got to be able to see her scars metaphorically to see if she's truly healed, and vice versa. Another sign that she's marriage material, she is a good financial steward. That when you guys budget, both male and female, but she's good with her finances. Like she's just not going to splurge. She's not looking for you to just give her money and she doesn't steward it well. She's a good financial steward. That when y'all make money together, y'all building an empire together, that y'all creating generational wealth together. Another sign that she is marriage material, she is strong, submissive, and sure about you. She's strong, and her strength is from the Lord, not from the world's definition of strength. There's nothing worse than a strong woman. Usually women who are strong, or their strength comes from their degrees, their strength comes from their accomplishment, their strength comes from their looks, their strength comes from all these different things. Those women are weak women. A strong woman is a woman whose strength comes from God. Her strength comes from above. And you want a woman that's strong in the Lord. That she's strong in love, strong in joy, strong in peace, strong in patience, strong in the things of God. That's where her strength comes from. Her strength comes from the vine. Her strength comes from the Lord. And she's submissive. Now, let me tell you something, fellas. A woman doesn't mind submitting to a sacrificial man. But it's hard for a woman to submit to a man who is not sure about himself, is not sure in the things of God. So don't be expecting submission if you have no mission, if you have no vision. But a woman who's married, she's submissive. But the man sets the tone of a woman's submissiveness. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some women whose strength keeps them from being submissive. But there's a submissive quality about her that she trusts your leading because you're led. Which means the reason why she can be submissive is because she's sure about you. Fellas, you got to give her something to be sure about. But ladies, look at that man. And if he's solid in the things of God and he's sure, you're going to naturally want to be submissive. That's a great trait. Those are great traits to have in regards to marriage material. Another sign that she's marriage material, fellas, is that she's modest and not attached to this world. She's modest. She's covered. It's hard to cover a woman that wants to be uncovered in public. She's modest. She's considerate about you when she's away from you. Listen, she can't control the lust of men, but she should make it very hard for men to lust after her. She's modest. Like you're the only man that can see what she has to offer. So if she's a fully figured woman, she knows how to cover herself. She's modest, and only God can teach modesty in a woman. Also, she's not attached to this world. She loves not the world. Neither things are in the world. For if any man or woman loves the world, the love of the Father is not in them. She's not attached to it. She's eternally driven. She's eternally focused. You want a woman that is modest, not attached, because if she's attached to this world, the world's trends will cause her to bend. Last but not least, number 9, she's excited and understands the journey with you. She understands this long journey, meaning she's patient. She has the right perspective of marriage with you. She understands it's a journey, that she's not coming into this marriage with false expectation, expecting you to take this thing or lead this thing places that God has paced it already for. There are certain things that man can't do without God's leading. There are certain things you guys are not going to have until God says y'all can have it. And so she has the right perspective. She's excited, but with that excitement, she understands that there are certain things that she has to be patient with and understanding about. Last but not least, she is peaceful and has no drama. A sign that she's marriage material. She's a peaceful woman. The Bible said it's better for a man to be on a rooftop than in a house with a contentious woman. The Bible said a contentious woman is like a dripping faucet, meaning she's not anointed, but that she's annoying. You want a woman who has an anointing and who's not annoying. That's a big difference. You want a woman who's peaceful because her peace comes from the Lord. And fellas, in order to sustain that peaceableness with her, you got to make sure that you about your business. You got to make sure that you have patterns that sustains that peace. You can't be problematic and expect her to be peaceful. But she comes with peace. She's a peacemaker. Her shoes are already shod with the preparation of peace. She's prepared to be peaceful, but you got to make sure that you're not problematic. And she adds no drama. Drama comes from trauma. If a woman hasn't been healed from her trauma, she's going to always bring you drama. She's a woman that doesn't bring you drama. Right? Now, we're talking about drama unnecessarily. Now, if you not about your business, she's gonna bring you some drama. Not drama, but she gonna tell you about yourself. 10 signs that she is marriage material. She correctly loves God more than you, and she has biblical core values. She knows what she wants in life and is already established. She has home building skills. She communicates well, as a great encourager. She's healed and whole from past wounds. She's good with finances. She's strong, submissive, and sure about you. She's modest and not attached to this world. She's excited and understands this journey with you. In other words, she's patient and she's peaceful and has no drama. Hope this video was a blessing to you. Hope you got a lot out of it. Make sure you download the worksheet. It'll give you some tools to help you process and ensure, hey man, am I marriage material as a woman? And fellas will be able to look at that woman and be like, hey, she does check off everything and I'm excited. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely haven't covered everything. Here's just 10 things that I thought that it would be beneficial to you. Books that I also have for this video that I think would benefit you, ladies, is The Purpose of Singleness, the book Dating Prep, and also Counterfeit a Counterpart, and I think the other book may be Facts Over Feelings. But there's a lot of books down in the description box below that I think will help you develop into that woman that's marriage material, that you will have all the tools needed to sustain a marriage. Because a lot of people want to get married, but they are not able to carry a marriage. It's a difference to marry and carry. Everybody wants to get married, but not too many people can carry. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you guys some out. Love you all. Links in the description box below. Books, card games. What else is down there? Ways to support. If you want to support this channel, subscribe. If you need one-on-one coaching, ladies or gentlemen, if you need some help with this, book me for a coaching session. I think that's it. Love you all. I'll catch y'all next video. Peace.